Good morning, everyone. I'm your maths teacher, Priti Kaushik. Now, today we'll start chapter number 1, Introduction, Relations and Functions. First, we will study about relations, then after we will do functions. Now, first see what is relation. What is relation? What is the meaning of relation? Let A and B be any two non-empty sets. Non-empty means having some elements, right? Then any subset of A cross B is called a relation from set A to set B. It means to say that every subset of A cross B is said to be a relation from A to B, such that R is contained in R A cross B, right? A R contained in A cross B. It means R is a subset of A cross B, where A is domain and B is codomain, and the other name of codomain is range. You can say this is range of R, right? Let us understand this question by example, right? First, suppose R is equal to 1, 1, 2, 8, 3, 27, 4, 64 and up to so on. This is any relation is given such that we can apply the condition in this relation that x comma y such that x belongs to natural number and y also belongs to natural number, and y is related to x as y is equal to x cube, right? Here R is a subset of n cross n, because A cross B, A is from x and B from y. It means R is a subset of n cross n, right? So domain of R, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and up to so on, and the range of R, it will be 1, 8, 27, 64 and up to so on, right? Now we'll discuss about the types of relations. Relations की type कौन कौन सी होती हैं? First, identity relation. Identity relation. Now a relation R is a set A is called identity relation on A if R is equal to A comma A such that A belongs to A. It means to say that a relation R on a set A is called identity relation if every element of A is related to itself only. For example, if A is equal to 1, 2, 4, then R be the identity relation if R is containing the element 1, 1, 2, 2, 4, 4, because A, A we have to belongs to R, right? Now the next is universal relation. A relation R in a set A is called universal relation on A if each element of A is related to every element of A. Every element, that is R, will be a subset of A cross A. For example, if A is equal to 2, 3, then the relation R will be universal if it is containing 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2 and 3, 3, means every element of A containing, right? Now the next is void or empty relation. Void or empty relation. A relation R in a set A is called a void relation if no element of A is related to any element of A. Void, when we say void, if no element of A is related to any element of A. ठीक है, A का कोई भी एलिमेंट A के साथ रिलेशन में ना हो, then we will say that relation is empty. That is R is equal to 5. 5 represent empty contained in A cross A. For example, A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 such that the relation will be A comma B such that A belongs to A and B also belonging to A, and A minus B is equal to 8. Now you can see no number is there which will give 8 on subtraction. So this is a void relation. After this, inverse relation. Inverse relation. If R is a relation from set A to set B, then the relation from set B to set A is defined as the inverse relation and is denoted by R inverse. That is, R inverse will contain B comma A such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B and A comma B belongs to R. Right? For example, if R is equal to 1 comma 2, 3 comma 4, 5 comma 6, then R inverse will be equal to 2 comma 1, 4 comma 3 and 6. R inverse will be equal to 2 comma 1, 4 comma 3 and 6 comma 5. Means we are taking the inverse. On the place of AB, we are taking BA. This is the inverse relation. Now next is reflexive relation. Now what is reflexive? Reflex का मतलब क्या है? On image. ठीक है, जब हमें अपनी ही इमेज दिखाई दे उसे हम रिफ्लेक्सिव बोलते हैं. ठीक है. Now a relation R on a set A is reflexive if A relation A for all A belongs to A. That is, if A comma A belongs to R for all A belongs to A, then it will be a reflexive relation. Right? Now, next is, for example, if A is equal to 1, 2, 4, then R is equal to 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 4, 2, 4 and 4, 4. On A is reflexive as A, A belongs to R. For every A belongs to A. A is any set. It means A is any element of this set. Right? Now next is symmetric relation. Symmetric means when we rotate something, then it will be same. Right? A relation R on set A is symmetric if A relation B implies B relation A. That is, if A comma B belongs to R, this implies B comma A also belongs to R for all A comma B belongs to A. ठीक है. For example, if A is equal to 2, 3, 4, then the relation R is equal to 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 2, 4, 4, 2 is symmetric as A comma B belongs to R implies B comma A also belongs to R for all A and B belongs to A. Right? Now next is transitive relation. Transitive relation. A relation R on a set A is transitive if A relation B and B relation C implies A relation C. That is, if A, B belongs to R and BC belonging to R, this implies AC also belongs to R. For all A, B, C, these are belongs to A, means all are elements of A. For example, if A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, then R is equal to 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 2, 4. On set A is transitive. Right? Now, next is not. Some points to be noted. Number 1, if A and B are finite sets consisting of M and N elements respectively. If A is any set containing M element, B is any other set containing N element, then A cross B has Mn ordered pairs and therefore total number of relations from A to B is, total कितने relation बनेंगे इनके बीच में, 2 raised to power Mn. ठीक है, 2 raised to power mn, right? Now next point is the void relation and the universal relation on a set A are respectively the smallest and largest relations on set A. These relations are also called trivial relation. Void relation, it means the smallest relation. Universal means the largest relation, and these relations are called trivial relation, right? Now the next one is equivalence relation. Equivalence relation, any relation on a non-empty set A which is reflexive, symmetric and transitive is called an equivalence relation. Means a relation R on a set A is said to be an equivalence relation on A if R satisfies the following condition: A comma A belongs to R for all A belongs to A. This is reflexive property. A comma B belongs to R. This implies B comma A also belongs to R for all A comma B belongs to A. This is symmetric. A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. This implies A comma C also belongs to R for all A, B, C belongs to A. This is transitivity, right? Now if these all three conditions satisfied, then we will say the relation is equivalence. Now next, congruences, or you can say congruence modulo n. If A and B are two integers and n is a positive integer such that n is a divisor of A minus B, then A is said to be congruent to B module n and is expressed as, क्या बोला है, अगर A and B टू इंटीजर्स हैं एंड n जो है वो कोई पॉजिटिव इंटीजर है सच दैट n इज अ डिवाइजर, n जो है वो डिवाइजर है a माइनस b का, देन a is said to be congruent to b module n and is expressed as a congruent b and module n. It means n is a divisor of a minus b. ठीक है, this implies a congruent b module n implies a minus b is divisible by n, that is n is divisor of a minus b if and only if a congruent to b module n. This is the condition for this. Now this was the introduction to the relations. Now next we will do exercise in the next video. Now thank you everyone for watching the video.